Welcome to the show, guys. You're watching episode 2 of I've Been Thinking. So if this is the second time you've watched my second video, thank you. I hope you guys enjoy the content that I'll be putting out. And it's not always going to be political or, socially conscious information, but these are the things that are on my heart, and this is what I'm talking about. So it is what it is. Anyway, so today's episode, we're going to talk about a couple things, but it was supposed to be mainly about defunding the police, but it's been on my heart to talk to you guys about something else that happened yesterday. Found it kind of weird, and I just want to know what you guys think. So yesterday, the president was talking about hydroxychloroquine and how it's a miracle drug, and that there was a very respected doctor that that brought the information to him, I guess, and he thought she was brilliant. And he probably does. Compared to him, she probably is, and she's probably very smart, but she also has some very, let's call it, unconventional beliefs as well. Things that normally doctors don't normally kind of associate with one another. One of those things happens to be demon seed. Yep, that is exactly what I said. Demon seed. So, it is, I believe in supernatural powers, and but I don't believe that that's what the coronavirus is. I just believe it's a virus, and there's no amount of wanting it to be gone that'll make it go away. We have to wait for people to do what they're supposed to do in order for this to pass, and that's just that. So with that being said, I'm going to move on to the next topic. I just thought I want to know what you guys thought about that, because I found it to be really ridiculous. Oh, also in the same press conference, it was even brought up right in the middle of the press conference. Isn't this the same doctor that believes that vaccines come from alien DNA? And I'm telling you, if oh God was if oh my God was a actual look at what it looked like was yesterday's coronavirus briefing. The president, I'd never seen him run out of there so fast. I mean, it was just as bad as the disinfectant. He really was okay, that's it. She's in the middle of asking a question. Well, I thought she had some brilliant things to say. Look, sir, how you gonna trust somebody talking about alien DNA over Dr. Fauci? Now, he, in that same press conference, he talked about another thing. He was like, well, why does Fauci have higher approval ratings than I do? Why do you think, sir? Now, he said it must be my personality. I was like, that too. And in addition to the fact that you don't seem to want to handle this huge situation in a way that makes sense. Yeah, your personality completely adds to it. But saying ridiculous things, they're in the middle of a pandemic. We're trying to get information from you, but you talk about, oh, everything's better. It's going to go away like a miracle. I feel like if you was real with the American people, bruh, people would probably be more inclined to trust you, because I always disliked you, President. I always disliked the president, even before he was president, back in the, before he apprenticed. I never was a fan of his because of the way he is. He's an ass, and you can tell that. You can tell that about people. And I guess that's what made him entertaining to watch on television, is the fact that he was an ass. But, when the coronavirus started, I was like, God, let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully, I had hopes that he was going to come through and just, trust the scientists and stuff like that. But now you're talking badly about the people that are trained and invested their whole life into this, and that worries me, and that makes me dislike you, because it makes me think you're lying and he's telling the truth, because guess whose qualified opinion matters more? Ding, 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 ding. Dr. Fauci. Anyway, so we're going to go on to the next subject. The next thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was a very serious topic, actually. And it seems to be a lot of questions about it. And I found some information that I'd like to share with you all. And some of you guys are not liberals. And some of you guys are not Democrats, and that's fine, but I want to put some light on something because I feel like you guys may not understand because you're getting your news from one source. You may not understand exactly what defund the police is all about. And first thing that I want to let you guys know is that defunding the police really is not saying that we don't want the police at all, that we want to just, completely, remove the police from our lives. That's not at all what we're trying to do. What defund the police means is that the police will continue being funded. They need funding in order to be functional. We need the police in order to have, people to come and investigate situations that happen. Say there's a murder, say there's something that happens where the police are necessary. We need them. So there does need to be funding, and there will, needs to be funding for training, and not just racial sensitivity, but personal bias training. That is necessary. But defunding means we will not overfund them, which means we won't be sending them to mental health calls. We don't want to have a drunk person that's asleep in their car shot to death because the police officer was scared of that person because they were bigger than them. That's the kind of thing we're talking about. The city budget should include funding for the police, but it also should include social workers, more funding for social workers, because if you think about it, one of the things that our country has a big problem with is funding of social workers. This is the reason why you see things like kids in households that are being abused, and they keep getting the state calling out to them, calling out and going to see about them, and they're being left in these homes where they're getting killed. The reason why is because there's not enough funding in our social working area. Now, if you did fund them and made it to where you could, these people have enough funding to do their job, hire enough people to do the work, these were things that would be addressed in the long run. And guess what? That does not just affect Black lives. Come on, man. When you do a change like that, this means that when you are, whether you are in a trailer park in Missouri or you're in the projects of the Bronx, if someone comes to see about you and there's an emergency situation, you don't have to worry that this is going to be somebody that's coming there with a war type mindset, because the way that the police are funded now really makes them like soldiers, and that's not the role of the police. And it's been completely changed from what it was meant for, or what the community feels like it's meant for. And I think that a lot of the people that are saying all lives matter don't understand that, especially when you're not willing to try to look at someone else's point of view. It is what it is. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put a very informative, just a little sheet for you to read and kind of look at and see what defund the police means, because I'm getting a lot of this information from the internet, and I found a very helpful kind of sources, very simple, one page. If you just take the time to go over it and look at it, I'm gonna pop it at the end of this video so you get a chance to really take a moment to read it, because I don't know how to edit and make it something where you could be like, it's going to be right here. I don't know how to do that. So that is going to be it for tonight. I really hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. If you did enjoy it, guess what you can do? You can give me a like. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. I do want to thank you so much for watching the last episode and this episode. We may not always do 2 a week, but this time I just felt inspired to do that because of all the positive feedback I've been getting. So thank you again, guys. Also, share this video. If you liked what you saw and you enjoyed the content, please share the video. I'd love for more people to have a chance to get in on the conversation. Anyway, thank you so much. This is Christy, signing off.